Welcome to Pitch It Good.
Hello.
What are you
I
giggling
don't know.
about?
You said it in a sort of weird, like you're on a little roller coaster. Welcome to Pitch It Good.
This entire series is a roller coaster. Isn't it? I mean,
My life is a roller coaster.
how you doing, Paul?
I'm very well.
Oh, good. Watching your films this week?
I've watched a bunch, yeah, because it's been a couple of weeks since we recorded.
Choose one.
I watched. What the hell was it called? Nobody Wants This.
Nobody wants
TV
this.
show.
Ooh.
It's very good. Rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I'll say, that's Seth Cohen. No, what's his name?
I don't know.
Whatever. The main guy in it kisses like an absolute champ.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got that 4D cinema.
Yeah,
installed.
that's all. That's my only takeaway is like that guy can kiss real well.
Just that crystal ball where you look at. I wonder what Paul's doing.
Yeah,
Just sitting there on his couch, pursing your lips.
yeah. It's not often you watch that sort of thing and you want to be her.
Your wife walks in. She's.
We both agreed we wanted to be Kirsten Bell.
Okay, let's stop it there because I don't want to hear what happened after the film was finished. If I'm honest.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Have you watched anything?
I watched American Fiction.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a satire comedy
Ooh.
about how content is created and movies and books and things are made in the US, and quite a deep film.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, sorry, I watched Toy Story 2.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I did watch American Fiction. It's very
Oh,
good.
right, okay.
Recommend it.
Is it? Who's in it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool. I don't know why I asked.
There were people who were pretending to be other people for about an hour and a half. That's what.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not on camera anymore. Chaos in the studio.
Oh, what's going on?
Doesn't matter. I didn't say anything funny enough anyway.
Is it there? Is it? Yeah, just for listeners, we've had a ghost. It's near Halloween.
I did watch a ghost horror film as well while we saw the camera.
Thank you very much, our mystery ghost that we're about to introduce
Our mystery
in
ghost.
a little bit.
That was very good. Yeah, I watched another horror film called Talk to Me, which is brilliant.
Oh.
Australian one about a bunch of teens that play with this hand that lets them talk to the dead. It's got a great line in it just off the cuff. When they're all practicing, there's like a montage of them being like possessed by ghosts and the ghosts all talking through them. And it just cuts to one of them and goes, "This ghost's a bit of a cunt."
The Australian Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I love it.
I like it.
Have you been up to anything else? Sorry, I forgot the format.
Yeah, I did. I decided to break the world record for the amount of pork scratchings that one man has ever eaten. And I had to give up halfway through.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I just kept talking as opposed to chewing the fat. I came up with that 5 minutes ago.
You came up with that when we knocked the camera over.
Yeah, but obviously, Paul, with all the PR and all that stuff, I made a bit of money.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I made £42.
Lovely. Meaning of life.
Yeah, and with my £42, Paul, I want to invest it in a new movie.
Let's
Like
do
we do every week. Any new listeners?
Like we do every week, except the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Where we haven't been around.
But obviously, we can barely speak. We're just a pair of idiots, and we need someone who has a much better imagination and much funnier than we are. So I found someone the best we could find on a Tuesday night.
What a glowing introduction.
No, she's absolutely brilliant. She's a really funny comedian, friend of the show as well. Had a really good episode set in Scarborough and some time travel. Really good. Welcome to the show, Beth Fox.
Hello again.
Hi, Beth. How you doing?
I'm good. I have nowhere else to be.
Have you watched any good films?
Recently, yeah.
Or in your childhood, whenever.
Oh, right. I'll go recent. I fell asleep watching You've Got Mail last week.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's a rewatch, so it doesn't matter.
For the first time.
Yeah.
What's an email?
Tom Hanks? No. I watched Lincoln last week for the first time. Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis.
I don't know. I've not seen it.
Yeah. No, it's long.
I don't.
It is long.
Yeah.
Controversially,
I did it in 2 parts.
Controversially, not a fan of Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh.
I just imagine he'd be an absolute knob to work with.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
so
just
scrolling isn't he?
Scrolling
It's
around,
yeah.
trying to just be the president. It's a lot, isn't it?
Have a day off.
Yeah.
This is Paul, who regularly works with high-profile film people on set.
Look, I'm just saying it could happen, but Daniel, leave it out.
On his day job as a paperboy. Right, so Oh god. So Beth, you've come into. How have you come to pitch a film? How have you been dealing with the fame from the first episode?
It's been a lot.
It's pretty-
Obviously, there's statues of me in Scarborough now.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah,
What's
it's
it made
huge.
of?
The remains of other people's statues.
A Warhammer statue.
Yeah, they knocked all the others down and just rebuilt it. And
There's a
purposed
burning
it to
effigy
me.
of Jim.
Yeah, in every town. Every town. So Beth, you've come in to pitch us a new movie
I have.
for a hard-earned £42.
Yeah.
And what genre is your new movie?
I'm sticking to what I know. It's another rom-com.
Another rom-com. We
Yeah.
love a rom-com. I wrote com-rom, so
It's one of those
again,
as
off to
well.
a good start.
It's
a
multi-genre.
com-rom.
It's a bit of fantasy in there.
Oh, the whole
Yeah.
cross-genre.
I'm cross-genre.
This is
Yeah, I'm
good.
reading a lot of fantasy at the moment, so I thought, here we go. Let's
Turn
go
to
insane.
Page 400. Okay, so where is this set?
This is set. It's very London-centric. It's set in this city, the city of London.
City of London.
Yeah.
I was about to call it like what's the London equivalent of the Big Apple?
The big
The
smoke.
old
The Big Smoke. Yes. Yeah. Home of Slim Chickens. Slim Chickens, everyone.
This week's sponsor,
Get your pickles.
Smoky Joe's.
And when is this set?
Modern day.
Modern day.
Yep.
Okay. Modern day, set in the Big Chicken, and it's a com-rom / fantasy.
Indeed.
And how do we open the film?
We open the film with our leading lady. Her name is Maggie.
Maggie, the leading lady.
Yeah.
Is that
In reference to, our dear Maggie Smith.
R.I.P.
who- R.I.P. We lost recently.
Is that a full name, Maggie, the leading lady?
Yeah, fine.
It's a Dutch surname.
Leading Laden. And who is Maggie played by? Is it played by Maggie Smith, or are we going to...
Yeah. No, she can't be. She's a really young Maggie Smith.
A young Maggie
Yeah.
Smith. We
Yeah.
have a time machine, so you can
Fantastic.
use that?
Yeah, we had one in my last film, Time
Yeah,
Machine.
we're still
so if we
using
can-
it.
Fantastic. Good
Same.
to know.
It's the same one. It needs to
The budget's still low, I see.
Yeah, we're doing
Recycling.
We're doing well. Right, so we've got Maggie, young Maggie Smith is playing Maggie, the leading lady.
Indeed.
And do we get introduced to her initially?
Yeah, you get introduced to her. It's very London centric. Like I said, it starts and she's on the tube.
She's on the tube.
Yeah, she's reading a book.
Which line?
Piccadilly.
The
Oh, I really
Piccadilly
hope you say the first line. She's just started the book.
line. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll quicken up.
She's on the Piccadilly line reading her book. What's the book?
Yeah, she's lost in it. The book is called Your Realm or Mine.
Your Realm.
Is this a real book?
No,
Okay, because we'd both read that.
I'm obsessed with realms at the moment, so I thought we'll get those in.
Obsessed with realms.
I have every other. I'm reading so much fancy. Every other sentence, I'm just talking about realms. I love it.
What's the problem with this realm? It's all gone the dogs, isn't it?
I like to the old realms, the good
Yeah.
old realm
There we
days.
go.
Good old realms.
Goblins coming over here. And right, so we've got Your Realm or Mine. She's reading on the Piccadilly line.
Yeah,
And she's lost in it.
absolutely lost in it. She's reading it. She's gripping. She gets to work. She works in a cafe in London, in let's say Leicester Square. That's on the Piccadilly line.
It is.
Very nice.
Thank you. And she gets to work and she's telling her friend June all about this book, Your Realm or Mine. She loves it and she's like, you should read it. And June looks it up. First little trickle of uncertainty. Can't find the book online.
Not on Amazon.
Not on Amazon. No.
Is that the extent of the check? It's not on Amazon. I think she's a ghost.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
So she checks on Amazon. The book does not exist.
Yeah, it's not there. And then maybe we'll have a cut scene here where it goes to where Maggie found this book. This was actually meant to be at the start of the film, but we'll pretend. It was meant to be Maggie finds this book on the tube. She sees someone leaving the tube. She picks it up. And then for the rest of the tube, she's reading this book.
Nice.
So yeah.
So it's kind of like a Jumanji book.
I did get to the end of writing this and I was like, aha, you will find out that I have literally, no, let's not preempt it, but there are elements of Jumanji throughout themes.
I did this once. You know, there was a thing called Write a Novel in a Month?
Yep.
I got about 10,000 words in and realised it was Sleepy Hollow. Almost a carbon copy. It's like, this is good. It is good because someone else wrote it.
I should make a film out of this.
Genius steals. I
Yes,
think's
exactly.
The phrase.
Magpieing. I think is
Yes,
the
Maggie the
term.
magpie. That's what we'll call her.
Maggie the magpie.
Fantastic.
So she's found this book on the tube,
Yeah,
and she begins to. She's lost in it.
she's lost in it. There's like a few montage scenes. She's reading it in the cafe, reading it on a lunch break, reading it on the tube home. Bish bash bosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, right? So and
Big book or really slow reader?
It's a paperback.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The name of this film, am I preempting? Did I tell you the name
Save
of this
it for
film?
the end.
Save it for the end.
Save it for
Okay,
the
fine,
end.
fine,
Yeah, we
fine.
won't,
But
yeah.
you'll like it.
If you don't like it at home, lie.
still give 5-star reviews. please.
Just for this, yep, carry on.
Okay, right. So Maggie's engrossed the book. Has she finished the book now?
No, she's not. It's a chunk.
It's a chunk.
Yeah, it's a proper chunker.
Okay, right. So Maggie's she's getting through the book. No one else can see that this thing exists.
No.
And does it start to affect her?
It doesn't immediately start to affect her. The first thing that happens, the next thing that happens is she's at work the next day reading the book on lunch break, and this guy called Ben comes into the cafe introducing the romantic lead of the film. And she says to June, who she works with, she's like, God, he looks just like the main character in the book who was in my imagination. It's like he's come to life.
Oh.
Who plays Ben?
Oh, God, I didn't think ahead. Who plays Ben? Oh, what's his name? That handsome fella at the moment. Is it Jacob Adori? He's just been cast as Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights with Margot Robbie.
Okay, right,
I
so
don't know that guy.
what's his name again?
Something Adori, maybe Jacob Adori.
Jacob Adori.
Yeah,
He is now.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a handsome fella. It's him.
I'll look him up later.
Don't start kissing. Don't start kissing thin air.
You can't kiss like that man off the old Netflix show. Get out.
Okay, right. So Jacob Adori
And a young Maggie Smith have just met.
and young Maggie Smith.
And she chats to him, chats away, and he's like chatting back, and then he says, "Do you want to maybe go on a date?" Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the old day, it's modern day. I don't know how he manages it, but she
Yeah.
says yes.
Yeah.
And then that night they go on a date in a cosy pub. She's waiting for him to come, reading the book.
We all heard it. You dirty pigs.
I put both hands on the table, looked down there, I was just like, oh shit.
Have a shower, you.
You can have a cold bath.
I said rom-com and you lost your mind
I know,
immediately. That's
sorry.
what happened here.
You need to calm
He did.
down.
He started bouncing around.
Come on, lads, I'm still on page 1.
Right, okay, right. Right, so we're in a date in a cosy pub, book in hand.
Yeah, book in hand. He arrives. He looks, very nice. And then they have a lovely chat. It's going well. The date's going nicely. Maybe this is another montage. We've had 2 montages on
Yeah.
page 1.
Love it.
We like a multi-montage picture. A montage of the montage.
A montage within a montage. Oh my God.
There's a lovely cosy scar. It's a nice cosy pub in London.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes to the bathroom, and a strange gnome called Graham appears.
He could only be called Graham. A strange gnome called Graham. Is it like the size of
The size of
garden
like a
gnome?
garden gnome, a very
Okay.
strange gnome.
Oh, fantastic. 1 foot tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Called Graham. He introduces himself and he says, "You're in danger."
Just to clarify, do gnomes live in this world, or is this like, what the fuck is that?
It's definitely,
Right.
what the fuck is that? And she's like, "That's very strange. You're a gnome. Am I drunk? I've had 1 vodka martini and there's a gnome in the toilet." And then
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Saturday night, isn't it? And then she's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "You're not at my chapter yet. You've got to keep reading. You're in danger."
You're not on my chapter yet.
What voice does the gnome have? I need to picture a voice.
You're not at my chapter yet.
He sounds pretty happy about it.
You're in danger.
Superb. No notes.
Great work.
No gnomes. Yeah, she rushes back to Ben, and she thinks about saying something, but then she's like, "This is insane. I'm on a date. Like, it's going really well. I don't want to bring up Graham, the gnome from the toilet." So they order a tiramisu, and they end the date.
Okay. So that's gnome bleach.
Yeah.
A tiramisu.
Yeah.
All right. So
Have you ever seen one in Italy? I don't think you have.
Ben's sitting there having a nice sort of waiting for it to come back, and he just goes, I need to forget about the toilet gnome. Get the tiramisus in.
Don't ask me anything. Order 2 tiramisus.
Your vibe seems to have changed, Maggie. Order a tiramisu. Do it now.
2 tiramisus.
Right. So the tiramisus are aplenty.
Tiramisus, and then they continue the day, and at the end of the day, Ben walks her home, walks her to her door, says goodbye. She gets back inside, and she's like, I better start reading this book again. I've got to get to Graham the Gnome's chapter. She starts reading the book. And then this is this part of the movie where we kind of, we move out of modern London, and we're kind of in her imagination as she's reading the book. And in this imaginative realm, Maggie is Alina, the main character of the book.
Alina.
Yeah, Alina. And she meets Graham the Gnome in the book.
Meets the gnome.
As Alina. And he warns her.
What does he say, Beth?
He says, you're in danger. No, he says, there's a witch.
There's a witch.
There's a witch.
There's a witch.
There's a witch in this realm, in this book. And she wants to break the divide between this realm, your realm, and all books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Destructive.
Huge. She
All books.
all books.
Just gonna need a tiramisu.
This is the scene where you open the fridge door and it's just tiramisu.
Oh, she's
Hundreds
a
of them.
lunatic.
She's absolutely lost the plot. She reads into the night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
She reads into the night. The next day, she wakes up. She's reading on the commute, and she realizes. She looks up. She's on the tube. She's reading the book, and then she realizes that the tube is absolutely stock full of book characters. Captain Hook's there. He's eating a Pret.
Is he upset? Captain Hook will be upset about the subscription service being completely obliterated.
Yeah, he's
pretty
absolutely
upset.
raging about that. He's got a black Americana.
He's paid 50 quid for it.
He's spilt it down his front.
Doesn't fit in his little hook hand. He's livid.
He's pissing the cup.
He's got one ginger shot, knock that back. As Dracula, he sat there. He's blatantly staring at a girl, ignoring the staring as harassment sign. There's just some dodgy characters on this tube, and she's like, oh God, am I?
Dracula's down from Grimsby.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
It's actually Whitby, but we'll let that one slide.
It's the same place.
We're going to be lighting the effigy again.
Oh, they're screaming there now. She gets to work again, the cafe. She tells June everything. June's visibly deeply concerned at this stage. There's references to a witch, Graham the Gnome, Dracula, and Captain Hook on the tube. June's very worried. She gets Maggie a tiramisu and says, calm yourself down.
Is it Halloween?
It's not Halloween.
Okay, no.
I see that I might have thrown you off with reference to not one but 2 stock Halloween characters. My writing's also just started to get more and more manic as this goes along, which is such an insight into how my brain works.
You've just written tiramisu 1,000 times.
There's nothing here.
It's just pictures of gnomes.
She gets to work, tells June everything. June's baffled.
She's baffled. Yeah, she's obviously worried about her co-work.
Very worried. At this point, Graham waltzes in and
He waltzes
with
with his little fishing rod.
a pirouette.
Oh, yeah, cartwheeling.
Orders a latte.
Why is that funny?
It just is. You don't think gnomes would drink latte?
One latte, please.
He's like, finish the book. Finish the book, Maggie, before it's too late.
Finish the book. Okay. She's like, she's been reading constantly for 24 hours.
I've not slept.
There's a lot of this film just watching a woman read.
Okay.
Finish the book.
Finish the book.
Finish the book. Because he wants to go back to his realm because he hates the London weather. He can't bear it.
He lives outside.
That's how bad it is in London.
Yeah. Homeless
You
gnome.
don't know what kind of a house he has back in his realm. He lives in a little tree
Oh, I like that.
with his little gnome wife.
Oh, I like
He has
this
kids,
He has
Jim.
kids.
I don't know.
I think are gnome kids the same size as the.
You think
Yeah,
gnomes
I-
are born fully formed?
Yeah, well, they're created in factories. I thought.
think they're born like a horse? They could just walk immediately.
Yeah. They get given their job when they come out fishermen. Right. Right. So, okay, right. So, finish the book. He wants to go back to his realm and his little gnome family.
Yeah, so she starts reading again. She runs out of work. She's reading, just walking through the streets of London. She reads, and in the book at this point, she meets the witch.
She meets the witch?
Yeah, within the pages of the book. Okay. And then she finds out in the book that the witch, her weakness, or what she says, is that she wants to marry this Lord Ebar, the one that Ben so resembles.
Lord Ebar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask if Ebar means anything, because I have a feeling we're going to figure it out later.
It does, but it means nothing for the story. But Ebar is actually old language for York, and that's just me slipping a little bit of York
there we
in.
go. Brilliant. We like York, don't we?
So Jim hates him immediately. Got it.
No, we like York. It's just Whitby we have problems with.
Bloody Whitby. Every time I come on this podcast, I feel like I make enemies of people, towns around mine.
That's what we do every week.
Every week.
Yeah. Okay, right. So Lord Ebar.
Yeah. The witch wants to marry him, and he's the one that Ben looks a lot like. Anyway, that night she's on another date with Ben, and this time they're at a gig, and all's going really well again at the gig at the date. They're having another tiramisu.
Where'd you get that?
It's jamming.
Let me just finish this book.
Just
reading. Okay.
It's going swimmingly until another classic book character gets up on stage and they're singing their set, and they realise, oh God, it's Mrs. Havisham.
Mrs. Havisham.
Yeah, in a wedding dress, and she's just sad up there, just singing like "Killing Me Softly" and stuff.
It's like a Nine Inch Nails concert, isn't it? just goths.
I just let her on stage. No one stopped her.
Yeah.
It's just deeply weird, and no one seems to notice except Maggie's like, she's saying she's Mrs. Havisham. This isn't a bit. I think she actually might be. And Ben's like, chill. No. This is only date 2. I am into you, but you're exhibiting a lot of strange.
There's a lot of red flags here.
Ben is cautious to red flags. That's a good thing.
And that's good. Ben should have been more cautious. Because next up, they're at this gig, they're dancing, and then this witch appears behind Ben.
Okay.
The witch.
The witch appears.
The pages between the book. Yeah. And Ben is kidnapped by the witch.
By the witch.
Yeah.
Do we have a casting for the witch?
Kate Blanchett.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett is the witch.
Yeah.
That's the one audio clip that's going to be taken away. Entire episode. Okay, so she kidnaps him. Does she like throw down a smoke bomb and like does the cackle?
Yeah, it's
like a ninja.
serious.
Like a ninja. How's the cackle?
Wow.
That's what you get when you eat 55 tiramisus.
I tell you what, the people at home could hear it, but I had to see it. That was someone else, Beth.
I nearly choked halfway through. I don't know what happened. Oh, God. I had a coffee just before this.
It wasn't with sponge and cream, was it, by chance?
Did you share it with a gnome?
He only likes lattes. This was a flat white.
Okay, right. So the witch has who's Kate Blanchett as kidnapped Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, he has. She has. Sorry.
Oh.
She's kidnapped Ben. Okay. And Maggie's obviously terrified.
Yeah.
Just absolutely shitting herself now. Mrs. Havisham's still singing on stage. It's kind of like this camera's just going round and round, and it's just like,
actual cameras.
Yeah.
Can we see the cameraman in the film?
Yeah. In the way that this is a book within a book. This is like, it's a film within a film as well now at this point. Chaos. She runs out of the gig, tries to follow where Ben and the witch have gone, and Graham's there, the gnome. And he's like, we've got to finish the book.
I know. All right, gnome.
I've read 200 pages in the last 10 minutes.
This concert, I can barely concentrate.
Together, Graham and Maggie, they finish the book.
Do they take a page each?
I can just imagine him sitting on her knee. Like little kids reading stories. Oh, look.
He falls asleep at one point. It's actually a really sweet scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ben he's now trapped in the other realm. She realizes through reading the book that in her imagination, it really is. It's Ben. He is that Lord. He is playing now in the other realm, the Lord. Oh God, you said to keep this bloody simple, and I really thought I had.
No, this is this is coherent.
Okay.
Well, next time you come back on, I want to hear complex. It's going to be unhinged.
Round 3 is when you're like, oh God, someone needs to help get her a tiramisu. God, he's trapped in the other realm.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to be married to this witch. She's about to get her wish, and he's not happy about it, obviously. And Alina, who is Maggie, she's like, maybe I have some power within the book. Maybe I can change the story, and that's what she does. It's
quite a strong message. Very empowering.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Oh God.
This is something here, actually.
Yeah, in fact,
We've got some heart. There's some heart in here.
I might stop it right there, lads. Actually. I don't think you need the end. I think I'll save that one for my podcast.
So, okay, right. So, what is her power?
What is the witch's power?
No. So, no, wait. Hang on a sec. So, I've got here that Alina has a power.
Yeah, her power is that she is realizing I can control the narrative of this book.
Okay.
She's like, Maggie is sort of speaking through Alina as the character, and she's like, I can. Maybe Ben doesn't have to marry this witch / Lord Ebor marry this witch. Maybe I can object.
By the way, I just want to point out here how close this is to Page Master as well, which I'm very much enjoying because it's an absolutely brilliant film.
I'd like to point out I've not seen Page Master. I will watch it.
Oh, you shouldn't.
I think I've it's been a long time. I remember it quite good.
Yeah, it's
I was 10.
Still works when you're 38. Okay, right. So she can control the narrative. She can change the world like a lucid dream.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, and this is becoming a bit of a lucid dream. She's Alina. She's seeing this wedding happening in front of her. She's sat at the back as a guest, and she's like, "No, not happening. I've had 2 dates with this man. We've shared a tiramisu. I'd like another." She's like. She's like, no, I object.
Oh,
Yeah.
she objects.
Yeah, and she says on the grounds that I really like Ben, and this is when the music's like, do, 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 you know, like a romantic. She's like, I really like Ben, and Ben's like, and she's like, and I'd like a third date.
It's quite a reasonable request at a wedding. Ben's sitting there thinking, I was gonna get a wedding cake, a bit of dessert variety. that's what I'm after. But I'll go, but obviously, how does he feel about it?
Oh, he's like, he's thereby, you know, he objects himself, but there's nothing he can do because he doesn't realise that he can overcome the power of the trappings of the narrative. Ben has become Lord Ever.
He's not warm to the witch.
Yeah, no, he's not warm to the witch. Oh, you can see it in his face, his body language, everything. But he stood there at the front.
She's just not my type.
Has he got like a big ball and chain on, so he can't go?
Metaphorically, yeah. He's very still.
From his perspective, he is freaking the fuck out. Yeah. He is like, what's going on?
Yeah. 2 minutes ago it was a gig and Miss Havisham was singing and everything was hunky-dory, and now he's marrying a horrible, horrible witch. And the witch is furious when Maggie / Alina objects. Mm-hmm. She is absolutely furious. She attacks Maggie. But Maggie pulls out of her pocket the book and she begins to tear pages from the book.
Oh.
I won't rip it all because this is my favourite notebook. But I'm really sad about that now.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
I got carried away.
You made the noise over it as well. You just dropped your book for no reason.
The listeners might not.
They've stopped listening.
How dare you?
No one listens, Ben. It's just the three of us who will hear this back.
We're in a different realm. She's like, no, I'm not living in this paperback nightmare anymore.
Lovely.
Yeah. Thank you.
I like that.
And then Maggie wakes up alone. After tearing all the pages from the book, she wakes up just in a fit of panic. And the book next to her, it's in tatters except for one page, the last page.
Okay. What does it say on the last page?
Well, to be continued. No. dot. There's a knock at the door. She's like, and you see her get excited. She's like, is this going to be Ben?
Uber Eats with tiramisu. Could be anything.
And she runs down and she's like, oh, opens the door. Poof. There's a bit of tentative music. And opens the door and it's Graham.
Oh.
It's Graham the gnome.
Graham.
Yeah. And he thanks her. He says, thank you. And he says to her, before I go back to my realm, you have to read the last page and then burn it.
Burn it?
Burn it.
Burn the last page.
book. Maggie.
Burn, that's the
Burn
message.
the book, Maggie.
He's not Nazi, is he, this gnome? A Nazi gnome would be a twist. We've not had one yet.
Oh, it really would. I've only got 2 more pages left. Who knows what's going to happen? The book ends with Alina. She reads the last page of the book. It ends with Alina and the Lord living happily ever after. And she reads this last page, and we see a little vision of this Lord and Alina just living a happy life.
Oh, that's
in
nice.
a nice little spot.
Nice little new build in the woods.
Little new build in their realm. Yeah, looks very out of place among the deers and the fantasy. It's just like a grey one up, one down.
Yeah.
One up, one down, one up. It's on the London market, so it costs 1.2 million.
In this realm, it's right.
Yeah,
In this realm,
it
it's
fits
right.
perfectly. It's all grey.
Between 2 mushrooms,
Exactly. Yeah.
which would explain a lot.
Oh, I'm very tired.
Okay, right, so they're in their new build, having a lovely life.
Yeah, the door knocks again back in our realm.
Door knocks again.
Yeah, she runs downstairs thinking, it's going to be bloody Graham. And it's not, it's Ben.
Ben.
Yeah, and he's like, I had the maddest dream about you.
Completely acceptable after a second date.
Yeah.
I could have called or text. I'm here.
I'm here.
I could have said nothing.
I had the maddest dream, baby. About that third date.
That came way too naturally for you.
Yeah, it really did. It was bang on as well. Yeah. It was like, but if it wasn't you, and there was a gnome. Anyway, do you want to go for a drink?
Bear in mind, the last time they went to the pub, she was in the toilet for ages talking about gnomes and just ordered them 2 tiramisu.
Yeah, and the time after that, he got kidnapped by a witch. But he's like, round 3.
At least upgrade to an espresso martini at this point.
I think third time's a charm.
It's going well.
Yeah.
It's going well.
They're clearly meant to be. But Maggie has one more thing to do.
Okay.
She goes up to her room. She's like, wait here, Ben. Oh, I'll be back down in a minute. She burns the last page of the book. And as outside the rain starts to fall, classic rom-com behaviour, just like pissing it down. And they're running through the rain, just laughing. Every sound I've made
will be put in one clip.
Absolutely tapped behaviour. God. She burns the last page. They're running through the rain. They want to catch a bus. It's a beautiful red bus goes past, but it goes straight past. And they're like, oh, well. And Maggie looks to the bus, and on the back seat of the bus, looking absolutely raging, is Graham the gnome.
He can travel between realms,
He's stuck.
but has to take the 390. Oh. So he's stuck. He's stuck on the.
He's stuck on.
He's stuck on the bus.
And we end with a furious Graham.
We end with a furious Graham.
He'll be shaking his fist.
Yeah. That's your last one. Have that
so
for free.
Okay, so Graham, gnome stuck on the bus, and then roll credits.
Yeah. And the gnome is a really small Bill Nye.
Oh, beautiful.
Sublime.
Yeah.
And what is the name of this film?
It is Paperback Writer.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. It's very good.
Oh, it wasn't Paperback Writer, Paperback Nightmare.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, I was being nice, but I was like, you really said that like it was a callback, but I haven't understood a bloody word of that, so
I
I'm
thought it
really
was
polite.
a callback to the last time when we were talking about Beatles songs.
We were, and we couldn't get the rights.
No one
right.
remembers
Yeah.
that.
You said we could get the rights for the Seatles.
Did I?
Yeah.
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 I've had better jokes.
What the Seatles? What would their songs be?
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude. It's been a hard night's day. Okay, so Beth, would you like to hear your film back?
I'd love to.
This is a rom-com fantasy set in modern day London, and I have written com-rom. First we meet Maggie, the leading lady, played by young Maggie Smith. God rest her. And I'll put the tone down a little bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, everyone. She's on the tube.
You didn't kill her?
It wasn't you.
Was it?
What?
You didn't kill her?
No, I didn't. No.
What a rumour to start. Bloody hell.
Yeah, do you hear about that, Jim? Kill Maggie Smith. Ooh.
Spooky.
She's on the Piccadilly line reading a book that she's just found called Your Realm or Mine, which no one, and when she tells her friend Judy, who she works in a cafe in Leicester Square, no one can find this book. It's not on Amazon.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
It's a Jumanji book.
It is. And it's a wedge, remember? It's
a wedge. It's a massive
It's
book.
a massive book.
It's the third Harry Potter book. That was a
Yeah.
biggie, wasn't it? Okay.
The
Cutscene.
third one.
It was the fourth one was a
Was it the fourth
chunker.
one?
Yeah.
Third one's pretty average, to be fair, Jim.
I didn't read any of them. I just listened to the audiobook.
Yeah. Could have said anything. Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones.
The Bible.
The Bible.
Okay, right. So at this point, Maggie, there's a cutscene where she finds the book, and that's all I've written. So Mark, at this point, a man called Ben walks into the cafe, who is played by Jacob Adori. I got
Yeah,
that right?
he's in
Jacob Adori?
Saltburn as well.
He's in Saltburn as well.
Yeah.
Oh, who's he playing Saltburn?
What's the fella who I don't want to give a spoiler of Saltburn? The leader of the family, the leader of
The leader of the family.
the eldest son of the family.
The fit one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've established very early on this podcast
Yeah.
that he's a very handsome fella.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Totally on board now. Yeah.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
So Ben, handsome fella, has met young Maggie Smith, and they go out to a cozy pub for a
Very
first date.
cosy pub,
Very
yeah.
cozy pub. At this
Faltering
point,
fullback in Finsbury.
oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's a lovely pub.
Very nice
Does
pub.
it sound
Shout
fit?
out.
Great tiramisu.
I think it's mainly Thai food, but
Fusion cuisine.
Italian Thai.
mm.
So,
Italian? That's not a thing, is it?
it shouldn't be. Anyway, so we've got, and at this point she goes, pops off to the toilet where she meets Graham the gnome, who is warning her she needs to read the book.
Read the book.
Read the book. She needs to read the book, and then she comes back to the table, and to try and forget the gnome, she orders 2 tiramisus
Yes.
immediately. Ben has got no idea what's going on,
No.
but he likes her, so he carries on.
And he really likes tiramisu. They are a match made in heaven.
It's funny if he was like dangerously dairy intolerant.
Yeah.
He'd do anything. It's a first date, Ben. Don't do the same thing again. She can't know about the dairy.
This whole thing is a lactose hallucination.
For me, it actually might be.
Yeah.
We spotted you coming down with a 6-pinter of milk, just guzzling it on the way in.
I never drink it, but if I'm filming a podcast with you guys, I'm ordering a
It's milk
Graham
time.
latte. Milk time. It's milk time, baby.
That's awful. No one ever say that again. That's horrible. It's milk
That's
time.
milk, everybody. Nature's
Milk.
At this point, right. So she carries on reading because she's reading all the time, even during the date. And at this point, she goes back to on the way back to work at the cafe. She gets on the tube, and there's lots of characters, fantasy characters. Captain Hook trying to drink an Americano. We've got Dracula. And she gets to work. She tells this about June. June thinks she's off her fucking rocker.
Understandably so.
I've got to work with
June's
you all day.
listening, but also just like searching up a therapist.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, she's a good friend, really.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So then, at this point, the door opens. In comes Graham the gnome.
Yeah.
Orders a latte. Orders a latte.
Smoking a cigarette.
Says, finish the book. And so she starts reading again, and she gets to. There's a witch.
Mm.
There's a witch, and there is a character called Lord Ebar or Ebar.
Ebal.
Who is very much like Ben.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much him.
Yeah. Identical, in fact.
So they decide to go on a second date, and they go to a gig, which is a pretty depressing gig, very gothic gig. And on stage is Mrs. Havisham.
Yeah. Singing Killing Me Softly.
But
like slower than the original somehow.
Oh yeah, half time.
Yeah.
And you finish.
Yeah.
and in the minor key.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Very sad.
Do you think the original's in the major key?
Let's save that for the Patreon. That's it. We haven't launched the Patreon, and it was like, this is what it's going to be. They can fuck off.
Just
Anything else?
Singing "Killing Me Softly."
We might get the numbers. You don't know. So at this point, Graham appears and says, "Finish the book.
Finish the book.
Finish the book." In the middle of the gig, she's like, "Fucking hell, Graham! I just want to live my life a little bit."
Trying to get a ride here.
At this point, the witch appears. Puff of smoke, kidnaps Ben and takes him back to the other realm.
Yeah.
At this point, she's like got him kept in some sort of tower.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Spiky.
At this point, yeah, spiky thunderclouds,
Yeah.
crows.
Got lots of them.
It's Tower of London. And then Maggie goes home, reads all of the book, and then no, she doesn't. Yeah, she goes home. She reads the book. The witch is, by the way, played by Kate Blanchett.
Of
And
course.
now he's trapped in the realm, and now she can then realize that she has a superpower as Alina, her alter ego in the other realm.
Yep.
And she can change the narrative. She can rewrite her own story, and everyone else's apparently. So,
So great message, isn't it?
it's like my mum who thinks she can solve the whole world from her couch. Okay, right. So she's there, and then Ben is at the front of a church.
Yeah.
Evil church.
Like, you know that bit in Shrek at the end of the second Shrek?
Yeah.
When,
With the dragon, yeah.
yeah. Oh, shit, let's put a dragon in.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a dragon.
Obviously. But replace Fiona with the witch and the other one with Lord Farquaad with it wasn't the second Shrek, was it? First Shrek. With the prince.
With the prince.
With Lord.
It's kind of like an on-site chapel in a tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think that. I think, how would it nice it be to just have that space to do whatever you want in like that? Whenever I want. Anyway.
Well, we can only afford a one up, one down here, can't we?
Okay, right. So Maggie is Maggie objects to the wedding. The witch is furious. She's like tearing the pages out of the book, and the world disappears.
Yeah. Starts to crumble away.
At this point, Maggie wakes up in her bed and is awoken by a knock at the door, which is it's fucking Graham. The gnome. She's like, oh God.
How do you know where I live?
How do you know where I live? He's there, and he's like, read the last page of the book and then burn it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes away, and she turns around. There's another knock on the door. It's Ben. He wants a third date.
Despite everything, let's give this a third go.
Yeah. And explains that he has had a weird dream about her where she was at the back of a church while she was getting married to a witch with a gnome was guzzling tiramisu.
And he takes that as a sign.
It takes it as a sign.
This is a goer.
This is the girl for me. They run outside. It begins to rain. They laugh. They try to get the bus, and it splashes them a little as they go down the road. I was trying to think of what was there? Prance.
Prance, yeah, that's Prance.
Prance. They're prancing, and as they look at the bus in the real steamy window, is Graham the gnome.
Steamy, you added that. Steamy.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
it's-
condensation.
Oh yeah, okay. That's right.
He puts one hand on it like in Titanic.
Oh,
Oh wow! Do you want me like one of your French gnomes? And the book is called Paperback Nightmare. We're going to make this film.
oh, 100%.
We've got to make this film,
Yeah.
Beth.
Aw.
It's brilliant.
Cheers,
Yeah, I
lads.
loved it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Does she, just to clarify at the end, does she not burn the book then? Is that why Graham's still around?
No, she does burn it, yeah.
Oh, right. Graham's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graham's just, he's absolutely lost the plot.
Yeah. Graham's like, oh, I thought that would send me home.
They would
Yeah.
lose the plot if they burned the book.
Oh,
Ah.
stunning.
By the way, he was a Nazi gnome. I've written that down too.
Just right at the end, he shows his tattoos.
Hugo Boss label.
Yeah.
Okay, so Beth, thank you so much for coming on. We've had that was that was absolutely brilliant.
That was mental.
Beth, where can we
Cheers.
find you on the socials?
I'm Beth Fox with a 1.
Beth Fox with a 1.
Yeah, the 1's important.
Excellent. And you if anyone gets a chance to go see Beth around in doing stand up around London, just go see it because it's absolutely fantastic. And you run a comedy night as well.
Oh, I do, yeah. It's on next Tuesday, the 15th. If this, don't know when this will come out. It's on every other Tuesday. It's called Comedy and Beyond.
Comedy Beyond, and that's in Dalston.
Yeah, Hoxton.
Hoxton, Dalston, that's
Whatever,
yeah,
you know,
a nice area.
East of London.
Jim's really good at getting nearly where something is.
Yeah. It's in Grimsby.
Dalston. Yeah,
Sure.
Dalston of the South. I'm not going to correct it. Anyway, but thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank you for having me.
we've had a great time. And thank you very much, everybody. I don't know about you, Paul. I need a tiramisu.
Oh, I was going to do the same joke. Damn it. Yeah, I'm having so.
Sure. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.